How about Canobie Lake Park?
Canopy, we have a thing you probably have seen around town called the Freedom Shrine. Did we talk about that last time? Freedom Shrine is a wall of plaques that are reproductions of all the historical documents that helped build America in American history. And we have one at the library. There's one right when you're standing at the tax collector's office. Turn around, you'll see it right on the wall behind you. We had them in some schools, but there's been so much school renovation.
Right.
You know, they've been taken down. We have to refurbish and replace some of them. But one that we're really proud of is in the ballroom at Canobie Lake Park. They have a museum with all the old Canobie stuff. And then they built for us a huge 2-wall area for a Freedom Shrine. And it is unbelievable. It is an amazing thing. Special lighting, special signage. Canobie Lake Park paid for the Freedom Shrine, installed it, and this brings us back to thanking Tom Morrow for all he did for the Exchange Club.
And of the town.
And oh my goodness, the town, yeah. I mean, Tom did so much. He worked incessantly. I mean, he worked day and night to make things happen. Field of Dreams, he was huge making sure that happened. Certainly, you know, any Exchange Club things. But Boys and Girls Club, everything else. He was on the board, he was president, whatever he was in everything. One of the things I really like to talk about with Tom Morrow is you may or may not remember that on the ground behind Burger King, there was like a 90-foot flagpole. And it was too tall for the town ordinances. So they wouldn't let Burger King put it up. So it sat there for like 8 or 10 years, something like that. Come about 1992 or 3 or whatever year it was, Debbie Perrant. I guess we talked about Debbie and Field of Dreams. So we end up with the Field of Dreams. Tom Morrow goes to Erin Foods, which was Burger King around here, got them to donate the flagpole to the Exchange Club. Tom King was manager of Granite State Electric at the time. He had the electric company come over, drill the giant hole in the ground, and then the electric company moved the flagpole from Burger King to the Field of Dreams. They stood it up, and since the Field of Dreams opened, the Exchange Club has been the custodian of I call it a 90-foot flagpole. I think it's probably about 60 or 70 feet high now because we had to make a little cut to it. There was a split. Right. It's beautiful. We have a 12 by 18-foot flag flying there, and I'm proud to say that there's a dedication plaque at the base of the flagpole dedicated to my dad, Douglas A. Seed. He was one of the first 3 boys drafted for World War II from Salem. And we put in a beautiful patio with a black granite bench, Exchange Club, Tom Morrow, Memorial Plaza patio thing. But, and it has a panel, a 12 by 12 panel for each of the Exchange Club members who have passed away when they were, in the club. And then Tom Morrow's the central theme because he made that flagpole thing happen. I would like to take 1 second and mention the Town of Salem Department of Public Works, because those folks put most of the flags in Salem to half-mast. They put them up, they take them down, they replace them when they're bad, and you never think of them, you never think of who does that stuff. But when a flag has to be replaced or a flag has to go to half-mast, it's the Town Public Works Department that goes and does that. I won't mention any specific names because I'm sure it changes a little bit. But I know there are people there that have been incredibly faithful about that.
Is there an advantage, in your opinion, to having it every week?
First of all, we are unique. There aren't that many clubs that meet weekly. Even in the Exchange Club world, most clubs are every other Tuesday night kind of thing, or if they do lunches, they're often every other kind of thing. But from the very beginning, this club has been meeting every single, it was Wednesdays, now Thursday. And I think there's a huge benefit to that because the continuity is fabulous. First of all, I get to see all my friends.
Yeah.
Second of all, I get to eat, which I love to do. And I have to say that Chris Breen and the staff at Black Water Grill have been unbelievable to us. Chris's father is actually the original scholarship that we have. So we have the Charles M. Breen Memorial Scholarship that we do, but Chris, who either owns or runs Blackwater Grill, is so good to the Exchange Club and hosts us every week. And we just love it there. We love him. We love Robin, our main waitress. We love Evan that runs the banquet stuff there. And they're just fabulous to us.
Right.
And I'll say this with pride, like Joanne Flynn. You know, Joanne is in everything, does everything. Could not give more time to the people of Salem. When I was born, there were only like 4,500 people in the town of Salem. I was born in 1952. And in the 60s, we were either the fastest or one of the fastest growing towns in the United States. And so this is talking about Salem now. Salem was, incredibly fast growing. And so the history changed really quickly because every time you blink, there's another development, another group of houses. It's like we've run out of good places to build houses. Now they're on the side of the hill, and I wouldn't want some of these driveways, in the wintertime. But the history of the town is, you used to vote at the old town hall. The town is much the same. It's very community oriented, great schools, great people, coaches and teams and stuff that really care. And I have to say that although the town has changed with the times, the town hasn't changed that much in personality. As far as a goodbye and a thank you, well, I don't want to make it goodbye, but a thank you. And I'll thank you for supporting the Exchange Club all these years. I mean, it's been amazing.